All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Straight Talk. This is my second episode. I am really pleased with the support that you've shown me, and I hope you to continue to follow and support. I'm looking forward to the holiday season coming up. I hope you all are. I'd like to welcome my guest tonight, Miss Ashley Barber. Miss Ashley, welcome to Straight Talk.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Let's do this.
All right. So what about the holidays? Just tell me about the holidays.
I'm actually sad to say I'm not really big on the holidays. I lost my dad a few years back, so holidays was kind of like his big thing. So it's kind of not the same without him. So,
I understand.
Yeah, I'm not big on the holidays, but I am excited to spend some time with my family and eat my aunt and my mom and my grandma's food. I'm excited.
The food, I'm
excited.
That's the part I'm excited about.
I'm excited, man. Got a couple days off work. I'm excited.
I do a lot of cooking for the holidays, and I'm really excited that my family's going to be together for the first time in over 12 years, all the brothers and nephews. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, thank you for joining me on the show tonight, because tonight the topic, and as you know, as the promos have been going out, it was scheduled to be homosexuality in the black community, but I've changed that up. It's going to be human sexuality in the black community, because we all have our different aspects on sexuality, what is permissive, what is not permissive, and I just want to have an open conversation about it. We will talk about homosexuality. We may talk about lesbians, and we will talk about heterosexuality. We are sexual beings. And it just puzzles me why we think we can dictate to other human beings how they should love, how they should feel, and who they're having sex with. I'm going to ask my guest, how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's your choice. Yeah, I feel like it's your choice. I feel like, you're gonna do what you want to do. I feel like as long as you're being safe and your partner is good with what you got going on, I feel like it's up to them. Like, that's gonna be on you. Just be careful, because it's a lot going on out here.
Yes,
it's a lot. Just be very careful.
And I see you have your scrubs on, so you're working in a healthcare field, correct?
I am.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's hard, y'all. I dropped my patient today, so it's hard.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And listen, audience, I'm not laughing that she accidentally, I want to throw that out there, accidentally dropped her patient. But, when you're dealing with individuals, and sometimes they're moving, they're squirming, if you're using a Hoyer lift or you lifting from the wheelchair to the bed, things happen. So we have to be careful.
Yeah.
And as long as no hurts or anything, and you do your reports, I always say be open about everything.
Yeah. My patient, it was just hard. She didn't fall and hit the ground. She was actually speaking of Hoyer lift, she was in a sit to stand, if y'all know,
yes.
Y'all know how it is. So she just kind of slipped out of it and just so I had to grab her and put her down on the floor, but it was a whole thing today, child. We had the cops out there, and it was, we had a lot going on, but no, at the end of the day, we got it together. When I got her up, she was like, okay, what's for breakfast? And I was like, all right, let's go.
She good. She good.
She done been through it before, man. Sometimes it's hard, I'm doing it by myself, and I'm actually very short, so I gotta maneuver in different ways. So she's like, it's okay, we're just gonna keep going. And I was like, that's what we gonna do.
Well, I'm glad that she was an audience. She was fine.
Yes,
she was fine.
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I can still take care of y'all grandparents. I got y'all.
So let's delve back into this subject of human sexuality, and I want to start with the African American church compared to the Caucasian church. If you delve into our churches and you just kind of look around, you can see homosexuality in the church. I mean, it's not like it's really hidden. Your choir directors, not all choir directors, and listen to what I'm saying, not all choir directors are homosexuals, but there are some that are. You can look in the choir stand. You can look on a keyboard. You can look on the usher board. You can sometimes even look in the pulpit. So my question becomes, why is there such a taboo or a stigma in our community when it comes to homosexuality?
I don't know if it's just our community, though. I think it's a nationwide thing. I think that just homosexuality in general, I know that when I talk to my mom about it, she's like, it wasn't really popular. It wasn't really common. You would see them together. You would think about it, but you wouldn't say it. You would just be like, yeah, that's them. That's what they do. But I think now, because of social media and how everything has become like, I want you to see me. I need you to see me. It's put a spotlight on homosexuality. It's put a spotlight on a lot of different things. And so I feel like we play into that more so than not, because really, if we just let them be them and do what they do, that's what we do. But unfortunately, because it's such a big, bright light on it, everybody's attention is drawn to it. So.
And you're starting to see it everywhere. Growing up, I'm 57 years old. I was born in 1965. So back in the day, you never saw it like out in the open. Yeah. It was always when somebody was different. I would hear my parents say they funny, and I'm thinking, oh, they comedians.
They hilarious. They telling jokes. Yeah. I'm listening.
And so I'm thinking, okay. Then when I got in high school and I realized what funny meant, and then it was kind of like this. It's hush hush. It's hush hush. But in today's society, you see it in the cartoons. Yeah. You see it on primetime television. Mm-hmm. You definitely gonna see it in the movies. Netflix. I mean, so it seems like it's everywhere now. And
it's a hot topic. And when things are a hot topic, they're gonna be everywhere. But that really takes you from the real issues that we have going on. Like if we just focus in on this, where it's taken away from the stuff we got going on in Ukraine, just to be like, not being super political, but like just to be honest, it takes our focus away from like we should be out voting. There's other things we should be doing, but this is so important to us. This is all we talk about. So let's do this. And unfortunately, a lot of people, especially in this day and age, because of social media and different things like that, are bandwagon type of people. So they just kind of jump on it. Because some people, I'm a firm believer that some people are born gay. I really am. I do believe that. But I think that some people also just kind of want to be a part of something. So they'll just be like, yeah, I'm gay. And next thing you know, they pregnant or they got a girlfriend or just a lot of different things happen. It's not always adding up.
Do you think there's a gay agenda going on in the media right now, or in politics in general?
I just said that I hate saying that because people get upset when you say it, but I think we all have our own agendas: gay agenda, straight agenda, church agendas. Like we all have our own agenda. We all want to be heard and be seen. And if you don't hear me and you don't see me the way I want you to, I have a problem with it. So now it's like I'm gonna fight against this. Like I do. I know that makes people so upset when you say a gay agenda, but I do believe that, yeah, I think they do have an agenda. I do. And I think that heterosexual people have an agenda as well. I think that it just depends. That's how I feel.
You know, and I'm glad that I have said that, because we live in a society right now that it's just seems like everything is a hot topic. Mm-hmm. Gay agenda, heterosexual agenda, lesbian agenda, everything's got to be politically correct. And if you say anything against anyone, you're going to be banned, you're going to be blocked. This is
Canceled.
America. Yeah, this is America. And
you can't cancel nobody.
Right.
You can't. I'm sorry. I'm not about to cancel somebody that don't even care. Like the people that you cancel, like people out here canceling Nick Cannon and these big name people. It's like, for what? This man not finna call you. I don't get it. I don't know.
I look at some of the comedians and their job is to entertain and to joke. Mm-hmm. But if you say anything about Jews,
like Dave Chappelle,
say anything about Jews, say anything about homosexuality, you say anything about anything, now you're getting banned or booed. Even political. You say anything against Trump, you got the Trump fanatics that come at you. So how did we become a society right now that we cannot talk about anything? That's why I developed this platform called Straight Talk. I just want to have some open and honest communications. You might not agree with my opinion. I might not agree with your opinion. But we can understand one another by having open dialogue and communication.
We got this way by everything being so accessible. Everything is accessible. Everybody, like, that's just how life is. Everything is convenient. You can order groceries now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got this way because you could just do it, say, so everybody has an opinion about everything. 20 people could say this, do it this way. 40 people say do it this way. And another people be like, mind your business, mind your business. But if we all actually just minded our business, we might be a little bit further along. Like, when social media wasn't as hot as it was, and when it wasn't out, when we were still really making MySpace pages with the songs in the background, like, when social media wasn't popping for real,
right.
People had lives, people was on the phone, people was calling people, you know what I mean? Like, we had conversations, and we don't have that anymore. Like, if you can't text a person, you could literally text somebody a whole paragraph, but when I see you in person, it's like you can't communicate what you're saying to me. It's crazy to me.
And I don't like texting. Texting, you don't get I don't see the body language. I don't see the emotion or expression what you're trying to tell me. And oftentimes text messages can be interpreted not what it was intended to be.
Yeah.
So I don't like that at all. I'm a Christian black man. I am a Christian. They say I'm a Bible thumping Christian, no, because see, there was only one perfect man, and that was Christ. I make mistakes, but I do have opinions, like abortion in our community. Mm-hmm. Here's my issue with this. I personally don't agree with abortion, but I don't think I have the right to tell a woman what to do with her body.
You don't. You really don't. No one does. I want to just publicly say this. Every man out there who thinks they could say something about a woman's body, honey, you have no idea. You have no idea what we go through. We have no idea what you go through. We're not trying to figure that out. We're trying to figure out navigating being a woman and going through the stages of womanhood. You cannot tell me what to do with my body. You cannot suggest what to do with my body. You cannot mansplain my body to me. Like, leave it alone. You know, like, I feel like that topic is off limits. I am not a fan of abortion either, but I don't feel like I have the right to tell you what you could and couldn't do because I don't know those situations. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know, I don't know if it could be an atopic pregnancy. I don't know. So, that's between you and the God that you serve, and He'll make all things well and new. Just keep going.
I always say I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in.
Right.
So I can't pass judgments on anything because if you open my closet, you'd be like, oh, Jesus.
Skeletons fall everywhere. Falling left, right. And he said, listen, honey, God save me. Listen, this is what it is. That's what it is.
So, I think, going back to the church, it just hurts me that we ostracize a group of people who we should be showing love to, because here's the thing. You're worried about who John and Tim are sleeping with each other, but you're not worried about the deacon sleeping with that married woman over there.
Come on now.
The choir person in choir sleeping with that other person. They're not married. Listen. And then the married people all bopping with each other.
Or my favorite is the unmarried bishop with the 3 kids. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Like,
and 3 kids. 3 kids.
Come on now. But like, it's a lot of them, sir. I ain't seen a ring ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do feel like the biggest thing we need to do is mind our own business. And I don't feel like you should push a person away because you don't believe in what they believe in. No sin is greater than the other.
Thank you.
It's all looked at as the same. Like, it is all looked at as the same, and we cannot be the judge nor the jury. Like, let that go. If that's where they want to be, love on them enough to be like, hey, my mom always tells me, like, I might not support everything you do, but I love you. I'll love you through it, and I'll be here for you while we're dealing with it. Like, so love a person enough to be like, I don't support what we're necessarily doing, but I'm going to stand beside you. And that doesn't necessarily, when I say stand beside me, I don't mean stand there and be like, girl, I told you not to do this. Like, stand beside me and be like, it's going to be all right. We're going to get through it. It's going to work out. Like, if you choose to be in that moment with me, really be in that moment with me. Don't like be there, but then make me feel negatively about it.
Right.
Like, stand in that moment with me. Like, I don't agree, but I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to be here, and whatever happens, happens.
And, you know, I think sometimes in our church and the community, people whisper so much. Mm-hmm. You can come into church and, you know, you get that. Man, them looks, neck rolled this way, and not just the
How
women.
You doing this Sunday?
All fake and phony. All fake and phony. So it kind of reminds me of when I reading in the scriptures, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. You know, they were all learned and knew the word from, front and back. But when Christ came, Christ was like, okay, he can't do a lot of stuff in the synagogues because these people mind were all made up. He went out and hung with the sinners. Hung with the sinners, the dregs of the community. And if you actually study the Bible, all his miracles happen outside the church, not in the church.
Yeah.
And so we made the church as this pillar where we are worshiping the said man of God instead of actually worshiping Christ. And then we pass judgment on people because of our own idiosyncrasies that we have or what we think is right and wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
And I didn't mean to get preachy, audience. I'm telling you now, these are just some of the things that I feel. And hopefully you guys will have open conversations with each other about these same things because we are all children of God, adopted into the fold. So how can you judge anybody? I don't care if they're homosexual, heterosexual, trisexual, whatever they are. How can you pass judgment on somebody when if you go through your own little secret closet,
Come on.
we see what was the hidden thing that's in there.
Listen, judge and be ye also judged. That's just what happens. It's just what happens.
I truly appreciate you coming on and having
this
this
exciting
conversation with me. I look forward to maybe doing this again with you because you have just made my day.
Oh.
You made my day. And audience, I would just like to tell you, some of the guests that I had for this show had backed out, and this young lady came from work and she made a commitment, and she came and we just had this open conversation, and I really appreciate you for doing that.
I'm here, man. This was exciting. You know, I love talking to people. I'm a talkative person in general, but honestly, yeah, I really like this. I like it. I like the whole setup. And I want everybody to know that whatever you decide to do, however you decide to do it, be the very best at it. Just be the very best at it. Be the very best you can be. And like Auntie Tab says, have yourself a good day. But even if you can't, don't you dare go invest in nobody else's.
Amen. Well, audience, once again, this has been Dwayne Williams coming from Straight Talk, and I'd like to thank my special guest, Miss Ashley Barber, for being on here.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I learned about this young lady, and we're ending, but one thing I learned about this young lady, she has a wonderful voice.
Oh, Lord.
And she likes old school.
I do.
Old school church music like I do. So hopefully she will join in because I'm just going to hum a little tune. Okay. And hopefully she'll join in with me with this tune.
If I sound bad, don't make it a TikTok. Thank you.
Well, you can put me on TikTok, but he should have shut his mouth.
I'm just playing.
This one goes, time is filled with swift transition.
I know this song.
None on earth or move can stand.
How's it go?
Build your hope on things eternal and hold to God's unchanging hand.
Yes, okay. I was like, I know it. I don't know it like that.
You better hold to his hand, to my God's unchanging hand. Everybody hold to his hand, to my God's unchanging hand. You can just build your hopes on things eternal.
I don't know that, but I do know as a deer panted for
Yes.
the waters of my soul, longing after thee. Lord, you alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. I know that.
Woo!
I know that.
Clap it up. See, now
Y'all, if y'all need a BGV, follow me on Facebook at Ash Barber, and that's BARBER. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Call Me Cash with 3 H's and an underscore. Y'all follow me.
Audience, whoever's out there watching, she needs a contract. She needs a contract. So once again, I appreciate you coming. Thank you for joining my show. Oh, and I forgot, you can follow me, Dwayne Williams, on Straight Talk on my Facebook Live page. You also can follow me on Instagram. Straight Talk something, you figure it out. And I'm also on YouTube. But I appreciate everyone and their support. I appreciate my special guest. God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you in January.
Bye, guys.